friends, welcome to Family Create. I hope you are well. So we've just received our pre-order of the Galaxy Watch Ultra 2, and in this video we'll unbox and share our initial impressions and a quick comparison to the original Galaxy Watch Ultra 2024 version. Before we get started with the video, I'd really appreciate if you would give this video a like, share and support us by subscribing. Thank you so much in advance. So let's get started with the video now.
Hi everyone, so today I've received the delivery of my Galaxy Watch Ultra 2. I've had the Watch Ultra, the very first version from time when it was released. So it's gone over 2 years, or around 2 years, and the watch has been giving me great service actually, and in 2 years it doesn't even have a scratch. And I've used it fully really, and everything performs really good. Battery life gives me about close to 2 days on always, with always on display. I always use always on display. So, I had the white version, as you can see. I also had the black version early on, but this was the one I decided to keep. But in that time, this watch has performed really well. I've had other smartwatches in between, but I kept coming back to this one. So for example, since this one, I've had Pixel Watch 3, the 45mm. I've had the OnePlus Watch as well, OnePlus Watch 3 I think it was. And then I had the Galaxy Watch Classic 8, Pixel Watch 4K came out in between as well, and every time this one just won over, felt superior to all the others. So I've been very pleased with this watch. It's been outstanding since it got updated to the One UI 8, I think it was previously. It brought all the new features over, the new health and well-being tracking and all that. All the features that the Classic had, this one got the new interface and all that. I've been very, very pleased with this watch actually, and started to trade this in for this one. Samsung didn't give me much, only £130 in UK I think, which is really, really bad. I mean, if I wanted to sell it privately, I would have probably got more, but it's just the time. So here is the Watch Ultra 2. This looks quite nice. Somehow it looks clean. So I've gone for the titanium silver edition with a green strap. The casing is usual. The box packaging, nothing exciting here. So let's quickly take it out. This time I decided not to bother with Samsung phones, the new Galaxy Fold 8, because I've had the 7 and I have the Trifold, which does everything and more. But I do like the look of the Fold 8, the square one. I don't know, I may consider it at some point, but it's difficult when you have the Trifold. So this is the watch. One second, let me just put this aside and see. Just get everything else out of the packet. So there's nothing in there. I just need to get this one out. So that's basically all there is in the package. You can see very nice soft band here. We'll check it out in a second. And there should be a charger. I believe it's a new charger that's supposed to charge faster than the previous editions, and from what I've seen and heard in the reviews, it doesn't seem to be any faster, but let's see. This aside. And from what I've seen as well, the current charger that we have doesn't work with the new watch. I'll try this, test it anyway. But this is it's the same. It looks the same, but I believe it's something new about it. Well, we'll have to test this out and see. Let's put these things back. I don't know why they keep wasting all these papers. Hope there's some battery in there for me to test it. At least set it up. But the watch, first impressions, I mean, I understand it's slightly thinner than my Watch Ultra 1. This one's 10.7 and the other one was about 12 point something. And obviously this one, the big headline was the big battery, 800 mAh, monster size battery, and I'm hoping I'll get better battery life out of this one than I do out of this one. But we'll have to see. I mean, you should expect it because of the size. This one had 590 milliamp and this one's got 800, so 35% difference. I mean, the watch looks really nice. I mean, there was the option of the black, well, it wasn't, they call it titanium grey, and then this one's titanium silver, so I decided to go with the silver. Kind of grown tired of the white one, to be honest, especially that ring bezel. So, and this ring bezel is very thin compared to this one. Let's see if both of them close up. Yeah, it's less obvious, and I think this one is flatter. whereas this one's raised, if you can tell. And then also the numbers here are engraved, and it looks nice. It looks kind of like premium. And then on the side you have this. I know this is a titanium build, but this part here doesn't look like it's titanium. There must be some sort of plastic, and then the bit inside is all titanium. But if you've got a similar sort of like layout like last time, you've got the speaker here, there's a microphone there, and I understand the strap mechanism is same as last year's as well, so just good. You can use all your old bands on there as well. This is quite nice, the button layer. I mean, they've changed where the garter and the action button is, you can see. And then these buttons, it doesn't have those accents, which is actually nice. They look more premium polished. Nice and clicky. Got another microphone there, and I think there's a microphone there as well. This is the LTE, obviously there's only one, so it only comes in the LTE. And the other headline feature was this is a dive certified watch, so people who are into diving, scuba diving and all that, they can actually take this down to depth of 40 meters, I understand. So that's really good. I mean, it's not something I'm ever in my life going to do, but when I see other watches like the Apple Watch and Huawei Watch has all these features, just think, why not? Samsung should also, like, you know, especially when they have a watch that they call Ultra, they should pack all the Ultra features in. So this one has all this now. The new Snapdragon Wear OS Elite processor hopefully would bring more efficiency and just improve performance overall. And then the screen, the glass here is crystal sapphire like previously. And it's not silver, but you know, kind of slightly dark, shady silver, but I like it. It feels really good already. In terms of weight, it feels same as the other one. Quite weighty. I don't mind it. Let's get the strap. So this strap, this year they've included this really nice soft strap. I mean, last year's one was really, I mean, thick and heavy. Quickly grab last year's one, actually. I can show it to you. I've barely used it. As you can see, it's so thick and rigid. Like, it just didn't really feel good. I tried it once, never really used it. Whereas this new one, I mean, look how much thinner it is. Definitely already feels really comfortable in hand. So you can imagine wearing this, and obviously with all those holes as well, so it's very breathable. It's got the Ultra branding there. I mean, the orange accent here doesn't look so bad. And then you have this, it looks quite nice and classy. So let's put it on. So this is what this says. Size was, I think, still standard. So let's put this one. I'm going to put the long side on the down, straightforward. And then this one on the top. Looks good. So let's turn it on now. It has the usual all the specs from last time. So it's got all the dual band GPS, 10 ATM, but also in terms of IP rating, this one's got a higher IP rating than last time. Last time was, I think, IP68. This one is IP69K, so that's like gives it that life certification as well as obviously proper dust protection. So I'm gonna select my country, continue. Okay. Unfortunately, obviously, this watch doesn't have the rotating bezel, which the Classic has. The only feature I really enjoyed in the Classic. I knew Samsung wasn't going to include a rotating bezel here on this, because on the Ultra they don't. They've explained why they don't, because I guess the rugged nature of this watch. But the Classic, yeah, to be honest, the Classic, I've really struggled with the battery life of the Classic. I mean, it gives you 1 day, just not enough. You can't do anything with it really with a 1 day battery life. If you go to do a GPS run or walk or something, you bet you'll be looking at your battery life continuously. Hopefully this one, Samsung says, gives you 60 hours of battery life with AOD and heavy use. We'll see how that goes. Like I said, once all the initial setup and everything's out of the way, you know, once I've installed all the apps, the usage will reduce, and I'm hoping that's when I'm going to see the battery life. So it already takes about a week or 2 weeks to learn the usage patterns. So we'll see what this one does. But if it gives me something like 3 days, I'll be very happy. Anything more would be bonus. So anyway, let's complete the setup. I'll come back. Because I'm recording on the same phone, I'll have to stop recording and then I'll set up and come back. So I'm back. The watch is all set up now and looks amazing. That green watch face looks really nice. It's got so many complications in there. I think there's about 9 or so complications, which is great. Goes really well with that silver frame here and then the green belt. So in terms of the quick walk through the watch, so all of this will be same. So just give it permission. So also depends the battery life. I think if there's so much stuff going on in this watch, if you keep everything on, then the battery life will probably have an impact. So I'll keep most of the stuff on, but definitely always on display will stay on. But some other things, like if I don't need something, then I won't have it on just for the sake of it. But yeah, it looks really nice. I mean, look, looks really clean. Yeah, the other small difference, I think it's slightly noticeable as well. The screen, the watch screen here is slightly bigger than the other one. This one's 1.52 inch, whereas the other one was 1.47 inch. I always knew because it's always been said this one was 1.5 on the watch Ultra 1, but it was never because I had other watches that had 1.5 screen, and you can tell this one was slightly smaller. So this one is 1.52. I mean, you can tell, and there's almost zero bezels, there's no black borders or frames or anything inside the watch face, which is nice because all you see is you get the full watch face. I mean, on this one you did as well, but there was this, I don't know if you can see, there was a tiny little black or kind of the silver ring of which was part of this bezel that went around. You can see, whereas this one doesn't have that. And because this one is flatter as well, it just looks much nicer. So yeah, in terms of what's in the watch, it's all probably all the same things. As this one is LTE and I have an LTE connection, I'm going to set this one up with LTE. So I'm going to see what the battery life does using LTE as well. There are some new features. So I mean, there's a lot of AI stuff which I'm not going to really go into. I'm interested in things like, you know, how the vibration motor is going to be on this one. Is it going to be strong, good haptics, speaker? I mean, obviously for call qualities. To be honest, the Ultra 1 was really good. It's just getting a bit hot at the moment. But Ultra 1 was really good. In terms of calls, you could easily take a call on it and it was clear, even in busy, noisy environments. So expect better on this one. I'm going to bring all my watch faces and everything here, so at the moment there's nothing there. But just general walkthrough. Here's the new one, the Vitals. You have to wear your Galaxy Watch for about, I think this one you have to wear about 7 days or 7 nights before you start getting the data. So it just says wear your Galaxy Watch to sleep. And obviously they have this new One UI 9 interface, so some nice colors here, slightly different visuals and animations. I like it because we already had that come into my Watch Ultra, so that's nice. I mean, I'll test the Gemini features. To be honest, I've not really made much use of the Gemini other than finding quick information. Blood pressure, as I understand now, this feature is available on American watches as well. When previously it was only available in UK and I think in certain other places. ECG, and also you can customize all of this. There's a lot more tiles you can bring in, so I'll go through all of that. Energy scores, we had this before, so that's there. I mean, this one, because of the AI, it probably uses all your health data and gives you more informative information that the other watches in the past didn't do. So we'll see how that goes. So all of that. The daily cardio load is a new one. I think it's under target. I haven't done anything. So yeah, once I've had some play with it, charged it up a bit. I think it's got enough charge at the moment, but I'll charge it up and then have a proper go at it and see how it goes, how the battery does. I come back with an early impression. It's difficult to give early impression other than just a physical side of the watch right now. But most of the stuff is very similar. If you've had Galaxy watches before, then expect the same, obviously with improvements. But it's looking good. I just think it looks really polished, this one. Yeah, looks really nice and polished. And hopefully with the new improvements of the new chip, bigger battery, all of that stuff makes it a worthwhile upgrade. Like I said, on my previous watch, my Ultra 1, actually was perfectly fine. After 2 years, it was performing excellent. So, but when you've got a new upgrade, it's hard not to go for it. I mean, yeah, we'll come back with more videos once we've had a good play with it and see how things work and give you my impressions. Let's put it on my wrist and see how it looks. Quite a tiny wrist, so it's a bit big, but I'm used to wearing the Galaxy Watch Ultra. And I've also had other watches as well. The OnePlus was quite a big watch as well, so 47mm. So personally, I don't have a problem with it. I think it looks nice. It's a nice fitting. I mean, I can't really tell in terms of the size. Obviously, it's a bit slimmer. I mean, I guess you can tell from here. It doesn't. I mean, it feels really good in hand now. And it feels heavy, I must say, for some reason. Maybe because the strap's really light, so you feel the casing a bit more. Because I've been very impressed with Ultra Watch 1, I have no doubt I'll be very happy with this. I'll come back with more videos. So thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.
So that's all for today, guys. We'll do more videos covering different aspects of the Galaxy Watch Ultra 2 and its features. In the meantime, we hope you found this video helpful. If you have, please do give it a like and support us by subscribing. Also, if you would like us to cover anything in particular, please feel free to leave a message in the comment section and we will do our best to cover it. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, do take care. Bye bye.